Happy Monday, everyone. Time for another live commentary. For today, we're going to take a bit of a break from Budapest and instead take a look at a bout that was recommended to me on the website between Cheung of Hong Kong and Shikine Takahiro of Japan from the Asian Championships, which I believe happened back in June. The video is pretty long. The men's foil final is towards the end of it, so for the sake of simplicity, I'll just say I'm going to start at, let's do minus 22 minutes, 22 seconds. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Alright, and we join right as the fencers are about to get on guard. Fantastic, no downtime here. Cheung, I talked about since Rio. Shikine, not so much. But we'll get a feel for his style during this bout. I've seen a lot of him as well, although I haven't commentated him on YouTube, I don't think. This is a nice easy march by Cheung with a long finish, pretty typical for him. Shikine with a foreflick, and that light was delayed on the bottom, so I'm going to really have to be on the ball here when it comes to these calls. Again, easy march by Cheung, pretty withheld, finishes off target in close. Cheung is remarkably very good at finishing his attacks at super close distance, even if his blade is super withheld and it feels like there's no way he could possibly do it. That foreflick by Shikine, though, once again, he does really like that line, especially against lefties, which may not be your first choice for lefty versus righty bout. Typically, it tends to stay more towards the outside lines. Although, again, Shikine going for that inside line once more. This time, no light though, and Cheung gets one. Shikine marches. Very bouncy. Oh, counter time! Again, takes the blade on the outside, but switches over to what could probably be considered preem to deliver that riposte. That's... okay, the referee says left attack. I don't know if that's only because there was one light or because it was actually attack left. Cheung marches again. Very casual. No light that time. Shikine's distance is pretty interesting. He's keeping things pretty short, even when defending Cheung's very long reach. Like there. Like, most fencers, I think, would be maybe a step farther away than Shikine's on defense. Shikine with the blade way back and forth. Finishes a little straighter than he has before. Not really a foreflick that time. Goes off target, though. Again, Shikine marches. See, again, finishes with a long, that same line. Cheung does have quite a few options if he wants to defend himself from that. He could, like, just do a deeper search in 4, maybe even sweep 7. That time, okay, tries parry forward post, but no light on the way back. Shikine's remise is off target there. Okay, Cheung takes the blade, marches very casually. Shikine, again, staying pretty close for Cheung. He does have enough reach to just make a simple lunge and hit that if he wants to. It's just Shikine's blade he's got to worry about. Infighting, and no one can really find anything. A little awkward there. Cheung just stepping casually past on the outside. Again, that's got to be Shikine. Oh, it's a counterattack, though. That's a very good call there by the referee. Oh, Shikine tried to six flick over the shoulder there, but missed, and then hit with the second one. So already off to a very nice lead. Yeah, that was the remise from Shikine. 6-2, nothing to sneeze at. Cheung is very good. Okay, there's... Cheung kind of uses his reach there very effectively. Because he finishes long, Shikine has to come, like, cross a larger distance to get to him once his attack falls short. And that gives Cheung enough time to make a counter parry counter post. Shikine continues to march with his blade in his front pocket. Almost a little bit reminiscent of Alex Macialis, although he's thinking of hitting with a foreflick, not like angling the blade around like Alex does. Cheung finishes short, Shikine starts marching again. Blade still in that same inside kind of 4-ish, 7-ish position. Cheung isn't really doing much to try and disrupt it though. He's just kind of waiting around. Oh! And yeah, Shikine waited too long in that one. So Cheung doesn't really need to disrupt it if he's just going to do that. If Shikine is just willing to wait, Cheung effectively is able to out-patient him. This time Shikine is being a little more active with the blade. And also with his feet. There it is. Goes off target though. I'm still kind of surprised that Cheung isn't more reliably able to close out that line. Shikine has been finishing the same target area pretty much every single time. That time he is. There we go. So steps in, just keeps the blade down, and Shikine's attempt to finish does not connect. Cheung marches, accelerates, A little bit too far, honestly. Goes off target. He is very good at finishing in that situation, but he really doesn't need to get in that situation at all if he just finishes a little shorter. Shikine keeps marching, this time on the outside. Oh! That's the main drawback of Shikine's very, very ultra-withheld march. Right in the search like that, you're vulnerable to just someone just lunging in at you. Finishes again with a very deep foreflick. Goes off target, though. There it is again, prepping in 4. Cheung almost off the strip, but not quite. Makes it look very casual. I'm sure he was internally freaking out there. Cheung keeps marching. Shikine gives him a little bit more space this time. Cheung does have enough reach. Nope. Shikine tangles up the blade. Starts again. Blade on the inside. Yeah, okay. That's kind of more what I was expecting from Cheung. He has enough reach to easily get a stop hit there and run away. If the runaway fails, the closeout will certainly work, because you pretty much are guaranteed that Shikine is going to go for that same target. I'm kind of surprised Cheung hasn't gone for that touch a lot before. It should be equally effective if Shikine doesn't change anything. Cheung keeps marching. Accelerates. Shikine escapes, though. Okay. Cross step forward. Going a little faster, Shikine. He's waiting, though. Cheung could lunge here. Nope. Not quite. Hits the arm. That's kind of bad luck. But that closeout's still effective. Shikine still wasn't able to finish there. That's both a cross between his arm just being so withheld and Cheung knowing what line it's going to be. Again, tries to stop hit. Yeah, that stop hit I feel like will just be super effective unless Shikine can change something up. Oh, both miss. That's got to be core. Okay. Referee maybe a tad bit late with the halt there. Again, Shikine still favoring that inside line. Cheung's long lunge is getting closer and closer to working. And again, that's counterattacking closeout while kind of taking a half step away. That's really all he needs. And with 6 seconds left, I imagine we're going to let this one go. Yep, there it is. Oh, geez, my chair. Hope that... Okay. So, pretty good show by Cheung. I think he's figured out what to do now. Burden is going to be very much on Shikine to figure out how to deal with that stop hit. Because the way he's going, if Shikine is just going to stay in the same line, finishing the same way, marching the same way even, Cheung's going to have no trouble. So it's going to be that counterattack and closeout game, or that like kind of stop hit and closeout type thing. I do know that Shikine can attack much faster than he has been here. That might be a potential option for him to try and break inside Cheung's distance before Cheung can reasonably escape from that stop hit, or after making his own stop hit. This might also be a good time to mention that these two have only fenced once before internationally, and it was at the Asian Championships in 2016, so same tournament 3 years ago. And in that bout, I believe Cheung won 15-14. It was 15-14. I believe Cheung won it. I'm not sure if he did. So these two have, in the past, been pretty close in terms of results, and they still seem to be continuing. I feel like the score might swing much in the favor of Cheung, though, in this period if Shikine doesn't adapt. Although, he is a pretty smart guy, so no reason to assume he won't adapt at this point, especially with the 1 minute break to think about it. Much faster there by Shikine, but Cheung's still able to get the stop hit. Might be a little bit risky, though. He's, yeah, still closing out that inside line, which is good. Shikine is still finishing the same line, which maybe isn't so good. Okay, Cheung marches again. Pretty standard Cheung. Shikine offering the blade. Not really point of line. Takes it. Starts. Cheung really deep into that preparation. Okay. Now it's point of line. There it is. Yep. Again, I'll say it once more. The main drawback of that style of march is it's so relaxed and so far back that you're vulnerable to just being picked off like that. That call is attacked right. Cheung did stop there on the way in. Okay. Good that the referee can see that. Cheung marches again. Beat attack in preparation by Shikine. Goes off target, though. Not sure if he actually hit anything there. It did look like it was not too close to the target. That time Shikine catches him. Okay. Also interesting, more or less a coupe from the high inside to the low inside line there by Shikine. Cheung marches pretty fast, gets him to the end. Shikine breaks inside distance. Oh, that's going to go through. Yeah, it was started before the pass, I guess. That's a pretty cool touch. That was the second remise. Cheung might ask for a video. Okay, he's not going to. Both go forward off the line, but that's again Shikine's attack. He's got to be careful he doesn't go too indirect with it, because sometimes against a straight lunge, that can be called as preparation. That one is still Shikine's, though. Okay, so it looks like off the line is going to be the way forward for Shikine. I still feel like Cheung may be able to use a stop hit right off the line. That might be a bit ambitious, though. He could at least just step back and prevent Shikine from simply hitting him right away. I believe Cheung is much more equipped to deal with Shikine's march than his sudden attack like that. Yeah, okay. So now that Shikine is up the tempo, and also finished to the shoulder that time, not to the inside line. So maybe a bit unexpected. Now Cheung's got to change things up, and the score's already 10-12, so he doesn't have that much time to figure things out. Switching weapons, of course, is a great way to give yourself some extra time. There's that attack. Yep, finishes high outside. Does Shikine, so very nice change. Kind of weird that we didn't see him make that change way sooner, but it was working for him for the most part. Cheung testing the flexibility of his various foils. Opts for that one, which I assume is the Goldilocks. Not too stiff, not too bendy. Also, maybe just to give himself some more thinking time, which never hurts. So, now that Shikine is going faster, we might see more stepping in counterattacks from Cheung. Or not. Oh, okay, tries a ducking counterattack. Times it right as Shikine slows down, though, so that's kind of unfortunate for him. If Shikine were still going fast, he might have impaled himself. Cheung goes forward. Yeah, I'd still lean to the right on that one, honestly. Cheung was continuous, but Shikine came off way harder. Let's see the slow motion, which I'm glad we have. Okay, yeah, that's definitely going to be Shikine. Cheung had his blade back for way too far long in that, compared to Shikine. Yeah. I feel like that still goes right. Or perhaps not, because Shikine did kind of make a half step back there. Now that I think about it, that might be given the other way. That's a tight one. Let's see what the referee says. Oh! Okay, there you go. I guess that little step back by Shikine was enough. Shikine keeps marching, okay. Cheung not really doing much to try and disrupt it, because I think he's confident in his ability. No! Oh man. Shikine is still able to find the target, despite finishing back in that low inside line again. Cheung was still going for stop it there. That's got to be Cheung's. Yep. Shikine searches off the line. That's never a recipe for success in that situation. Oh, Cheung! Wow. So Shikine missed. That was pretty much all on him. Yep. And then Cheung, with the lanky arms, able to get a pretty nice infighting touch on Shikine's back without even flicking. Come together. That was after the halt. Yeah. No, that was after the halt. It was a nice touch, but it's not going to go through. So now both fencers kind of committing to the off-the-line situation. Okay, Shikine marches again. Cheung gives him a bit of space. Okay. Ooh, that sounded painful. That was a nice thwack right on Cheung's thigh. Shikine, that's not really a march. Cheung could just go. Not anymore, though. Tries another ducking counterattack there. I mean, Shikine is already finishing in the low inside line. Because he's finishing low, I feel like a ducking counterattack doesn't do that much for him. Cheung finishes again with that foreflick. And again, Cheung tries to stop it running away, but he can't run away fast enough. Before, to be fair, it was really the closeout that was making that touch work for him, not the distance so much. Now Shikine is within one of winning. So Cheung marches. Oh, he still gets around it. Cheung searched that time, but Shikine was just so deep with that flick, he was able to reach around Cheung's blade. And that's going to be it. 15-13 for Shikine Takahiro. Very impressive. I believe... Actually, I don't know about their world rankings right now, especially after Budapest. I'll have to double check that. But, great, I guess, introductory bout to showcase Shikine's kind of weird style. This, I feel like, just following the like broader trends of foil, we're actually kind of moving away from that degree of withholding the blade on the march. It's getting more kind of the pendulum swinging back the other direction. Shikine, there are a lot of fencers who still use this style, and it is definitely usable at this level of fencing. But, yeah. Also, Shikine's utter commitment to just finishing with the foreflick every time, despite Cheung seemingly finding the right solution to it. Like right here, like Cheung is closing out in 4 pretty much as best he can, and Shikine's like, alright, I'll just reach around it. The blade can even help with the whip over of the foil to still find the target there. Let's see. Oh yeah. So, if anyone wants to practice flick, let this be some motivation for you. You can make amazing things happen if you just work on that finger strength a bit and get some good angles. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. There is still quite a bit more for this video because I think it also includes the medal ceremony and apparently an interview there with the winner, Shikine. But until the next bout, I do thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.